be applicable where the complete structure needs the analysis for each and every member. If you want to calculate the member forces or axial forces, then you need to use the joint method. If particular section is asked or particular member is asked for your trusses, in such cases you need to go for section method, and the joint method is applicable for all the members, where for all members easily you can calculate the member force or the axial force of each member. And then we'll be dealing with the section method. Today onwards we'll be dealing with the section method. The last class we discussed for joint method in all prospective, and we have analyzed some of the numericals on the joint method. Next is of method of section or return method also we call, depends upon the who have introduced the method of section for the truss analysis. If the force in only a few members of a truss are to be found, the method of section generally provides the most direct means of obtaining these forces. The method is created by a German scientist who is August Ritter in the year 1826 to 1908, where he has created this method for finding out particular member axial force in the given truss, whereas in the previous method we used to calculate for all the members. Now it is restricted, or only the few member force is required, or axial force is required. In such cases, this method is used, and it is being created by a German scientist, Ritter. After his research and development of this method, the name is given as Ritter method also. This method consists of passing an imaginary section through the truss, thus cutting into two parts. Wherever the component is asked, for that component you need to cut the truss, and then you need to divide it to two separate components where you can easily identify the truss members and the member forces. Provide entire truss in the equilibrium. Each of the true part must be also in the equilibrium state. When you divide the section, if you cut the complete truss into two parts, each part should be in the equilibrium condition, and only it is easy to identify the axial forces in the members. The three equations of equilibrium may be applied to either one of these two parts to determine the member force at the cut section. As we are having basic equilibrium conditions, that is summation of fx, summation of fy, and summation of m will be applied to either of one of these two parts of truss, where in previous step you divided complete truss into two parts. For any one part, we'll be applying the equilibrium conditions, that is summation of fx, fy, and mx will be applied, and find out the section or the member forces for the particular section or particular members. A decision must be made as to how to cut the truss, because randomly you cannot cut the truss. It should be in the equilibrium condition in such a way that you need to cut the truss. Therefore, before starting with the analysis, you need to analyze this truss, and you need to take a decision where you need to cut the truss. In general, the section should not more than 3 members in which the force are unknowns. Why? Because you are having 3 equilibrium conditions. You can apply only the 3 conditions of equilibrium. If the number of members in a section are cut becomes more than 3, it is difficult to solve the numericals or to analyze the numericals. Therefore, when you are cutting a truss, the maximum number of members should pass through that cut should not be more than 3 members. Therefore, it should be less than 3 members. That you should keep in your mind, so that the number of equilibrium conditions as well as unknown number of forces in the members should equate, and you should be able to analyze that numerical. Continuation, how you need to divide the sections. Examples also shown in this figures. If the force in EZ is to be determined, section AA will be appropriate. At GC, when you are finding out GC member force, in such case, if you are taking section in A part or B part, that will be hard to calculate. If you consider section like this, then GC is this member. There are 3 members. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. There are 3 members in the section line. Maximum should be of 3 members, not more than 3 members. If you cut this section, then you can identify this force easily, or by considering this part, or by considering the right hand part. Any part you can consider and find out the sectional force or the member force for particular component. That is easy. Also, the member forces acting on one part of the truss are equal to the opposite side, or it should be equivalent opposite. As one GC member force acting in from the first section, that is, if you consider the left right side portion, then the whatever force of FGC is there, that will be same quantity in the other section. That is C diagram, you can see last one. In that also you will be having the same quantity of the force, but in the opposite direction. And next is the 3 unknowns member forces, that is FBC, FGC, and FGF, can be obtained by applying the 3 equilibrium conditions: summation of Fx, Fy, and summation of moment. Applying these 3 conditions, you can find out these 3 unknowns. But how to calculate that, we'll deal step by step, how we are calculated in the joint method. Similar to this, how many number of forces will be there in this case, how many members need to be calculated for particular quantities. Just for example, it is shown like if A is a complete truss, from that you can divide at the center, that is between B and C, as well as G and C, as well as G and F. You can find out the member force in GC, BC, and GF by considering 2 separate parts of the truss. Okay, this is the steps for calculating the member forces. Next, method of section calculation. When the applying the equilibrium equations, consider way of writing the equation to yield a direct solution for each of the unknown, rather than solve simulation equations. Like if you are applying summation of Fx, summation of Fy, or summation of moment at one point, it should be easy to solve the numerical. Like you should not write equation 1, 2, 3 and then write by simulation you can calculate the ABC component values. Like that it should not be there. Whenever you are going to apply the equilibrium conditions where only one unknown is available in the joint, or only 2 unknowns are available, in such cases directly apply summation of Fx, Fy or moment equal to 0 and find out the values of those sectional members. directly you can go for calculating the, wherever it is possible, there you need to go for minimum number of unknowns, and then you need to calculate for those member forces. You need to minimize the simulation process. Just note down an example how you need to draw this section, how you need to calculate the member forces. This will be an example for structure of truss. Determine the force in the members of CF and GC of the roof truss. State whether the members are in the tension or compression. Reaction at supports have been calculated as 3.2 kilonewton, which is given in the figure. Note on the figure first. Note on the figure. You need to calculate CF and GC. For these two members, you need to calculate the member forces. Is it possible by considering single section? Is it possible to solve the numerical? First, identify that. If you are considering only one section in which only 3 members will be possible to consider. As we said in the assumptions of trusses, all loading conditions will be on the joints only, and each joint will act as a pin joint. Here in this figure, one is ruler support, that is E, and one is hinge support, that is A support. And horizontal reactions are calculated at A joint is 0, and vertical forces are reactions at A is 3.2 and at E is 3.2 kilonewton, which means symmetrical truss is there. The loading condition is also symmetrical. You need to find out the member force of GC. That is central vertical member, and another member is of CF, which is inclined member adjacent to vertical member. You need to find out two member forces. First, we'll analyze for CF member so that it is easy to find out the member values because only three unknowns will be possible. As we discussed in the previous slides, it is compulsory that you need to take a section for the particular components. Yeah, it is mentioned clearly. You need to divide into two parts separately. First, I'll consider for this numerical. First section will be of AA section, where I'll be considering only the right hand side portion. You can see this is AA portion. This is of AA portion. And writing it to be a straight line. That is also okay. AA portion is considered, in which three unknowns are there. That is, CD is unknown, CF is unknown, and FG is unknown. This section should not be incomplete section. You cannot consider only two members in this section. The section should be complete section. सर मेरे को easy होता है करके मैं दो सेक्शन लेता हूँ, एक छोड़ देता हूँ, मतलब इतना ही सेक्शन लेता हूँ, मतलब नहीं चलेगा. Like only two members will be there. Your line should be completely from bottom to top. All members should cut in one section. That is the CD member is one, CF is one, and CG is another member. Likewise, three members will be there. No, FG is third member. That will be of one section. This will be of section A. Now I will be considering section A and find out the member forces for the unknown components. And the solution can pre-body diagram you need to draw for first half, that is right hand side of the half, that will be of drawn as pre-body diagram can be drawn. You can see the pre-body diagram, you need to draw it. Note down the pre-body diagram. Until and unless you know the pre-body diagram, you cannot solve the numericals.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, note down the pre-body diagram, then only you can solve. Only right hand side portion of AA is drawn again over here. And the forces which are unknown forces, that is of FCD is unknown force, FCF is unknown force, and FGF is unknown force. There are three unknown forces. And angle of inclination for inclined member is 30 degree, which is given in our previous table also. And the loading conditions are given as 1.5 kilonewton and 0.75 kilonewton for two joints. That is E and F. And reaction is acting at E, that is 3.2 kilonewton. Once pre-body diagram is drawn for section AA only, direct solution for CF, that is inclined member, plus member, can be obtained by applying summation of moment about point E is equal to 0 because it is a roller support. So you can apply the moment is equal to 0. By applying moment about point E is equal to 0, at first point you will be having the 0 value because of FGF because it is lying to the E point, and CD also in the same lines. Therefore, for both the member, you will be having the 0. Only unknown will be of CF. So directly you can calculate for CF. Summation of ME is equal to 0. Calculate quickly and post your answer. Applying principles of the transferability, FCF is slide to point C for simplicity, with anti-clockwise moment positive and clockwise moment to be negative. The summation of moment about E equation can be written as, if this is an inclined member towards this point, this perpendicular distance you need to consider and angle of inclination you need to consider for E point, and that can be given as, this will be a clockwise direction movement if you are considering this one. That will be of rotating in this direction. That is a clockwise. Therefore, minus FCF sin 30. Sin 30 is angle of inclination for the member FCF into distances of 4. That is this 4 distance by considering at this point, plus 1.5 is of applied load over here. That is applied load of 1.5 kilonewton into distances of 2.31 meter. That is acting if downward load is applied, that creates a anti-clockwise movement. Therefore, that will be a positive. By solving this equation directly, you will get CF equal to 1.73 kilonewton, that too in the negative value. If it is negative, then it will be of compression member. There you get the positive value only, but the direction what you have shown in the member is of the compression zone only. That is directly the member consideration is of. You see the diagram, the arrow mark is of towards the member. If you are considering this one, then it will be of the reversal. That will be of compression. If this goes this direction, that will be of the both members. That creates a compression member per CF. Whereas applied load, that is 1.5 kilonewton, is in the anti-clockwise direction. And 0.75 load also you are applied in the truss, but we cannot consider. Why? Because the perpendicular distance from point E is 0. And 3.2 kilonewton reaction is also there. That is also we are not considering. Why? Because the perpendicular distance at E is 0. Therefore, 0 into 0.75 or 3.2, it will be 0 only. Therefore, we will be not considering those reaction and loads. The remaining only we are considering. Only unknown will be of FCF, and that can be calculated as 1.73 kilonewton in the compression zone, which is initial consideration. If you are considering the opposite direction, then you would have got the value as negative, then you need to rewrite it as compression member. If you have considered the reverse direction in your practice, if you are unable to consider the directions, in such cases also it will happen. If you are considering the initial directions as, if I consider this one as the member force in this direction, that will be again anti-clockwise, and load due to this one is also anti-clockwise. Therefore, your equation for this moment will be and both are anti-clockwise, therefore 1.5 into 2.31 distance plus FCF sin 30 will be as it is into the perpendicular distance of 4 meter equal to 0, you will write the expression. But in this case, FCF becomes, FCF will be a negative value, which means it is a compression zone. But in our slide calculation, it is directly taken. Is it clear how to calculate FC member reaction?
Yes, sir.
Next, we'll consider for second section because it is asked for two sections, that is CF and GC. GC also you need to calculate, that is vertical member. Any section if you take for the second component, that is GC, this vertical member. Any section if you want to take, in that, is that possible to take any three members? If I take this section, 1, 2, 3, 4 members are there. If I take this section, there are also 1, 2, 3, 4 members are there. I cannot take this section completely at the center. Why? Because this will become null and void. If I take that section vertically up, straight line, you should take members which are connecting to minimum crossing that section in inclined way or in the perpendicular way, not in the line with the member. So you cannot go for this section. Two options are there, this is also correct and this is also correct. Already we know this member force. So that once you know this member force, remaining three will be of unknown forces. That can be calculated by the any moment options, moment or equilibrium conditions. Therefore, I'll consider this section will be the accurate one for my solution. Why? Because already I have calculated one member force. This member is already there. Therefore, I'll consider this section. That will be of BB force. BB section. And draw the free body diagram for only right hand side portion of the truss, so that you can analyze for only that truss. Draw the free body diagram for the second portion. Right hand side or left hand side you can draw, and we can calculate the member forces. 1.73 kilonewton load is just now we are calculated in the previous step, where it is calculated 1.73 kilonewton in the compression zone for CF. That is mentioned in this diagram also. At this point it is mentioned 1.73. Free body diagram for member GC can be obtained by considering the section BB. Movement will be assumed about point A, that is the A joint, that is hinge support. In order to eliminate the unknown, that is FHG, the inclined member, FCD, that is horizontal member, only the inclined members can be considered and calculate the value. At point C, it will be of 0. FCF is slide to the point C. For simplicity, already the value is calculated. With anti-clockwise to be positive, write summation of MA is equal to 0, expression for summation of MA. That can be given as 1.5 kilonewton is applied load at point in between joint, where at a distance of 2.31 from the joint A. This is joint A. from this distance, 1.5 kilonewton is applied at a distance 2.31. That is clockwise direction. No, that is of clockwise direction. Therefore, it will be of negative sign. Anti-clockwise will be of positive. And if I write for this FHG into perpendicular distance will be passing through the A point. Therefore, it will become 0. Similarly, FCD into perpendicular distance will be passing through the point. Therefore, it will become 0. Only remaining is of FGC. FGC and inclined member 1. For that, we will be writing the expression. That is also for this, because of already calculated value is that you can write, and that can be written as FGC. That is, if you are considering upward, that will be anti-clockwise. This is upwardly at point A, it will be of anti-clockwise. Okay, therefore it is positive. FGC into 4 perpendicular distance is given as 4 meters, and minus 1.73 kilonewton, which is already calculated in the previous step. That into angle of inclination is 30. Therefore, it is of sin 30 into perpendicular distance is of 4, which is given from the point C, which is acting downward, which means which will be of clockwise direction. Clockwise direction is negative sign. Therefore, equate this equation to 0, because summation of moment about A point is 0. Find out the FGC value. That will be of 1.73 kilonewton. That too in the tension for truss. Whether you are getting same answer or not, verify. If you are getting the same answer, we'll go ahead for the next example. This numerical you can solve by the joint method also. Verify the answers, whether you will be getting the same answer or not by your previous method, that is joint method. For particular this members, whether you are getting same answers or not, you can verify by that method also. Are you getting same answers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1.73125.
Okay, fine. The next numerical you can note down. Determine the force in member GF and GD. That is, both are inclined members, which is connecting to the center cord at G point. For the truss, state whether the members are in the tension member or compression member. The reactions at the support levels are already calculated and which is shown in the figure. And the height is given already as 4.5 meter, and in between height is 3 meter, and distance one point to another point is given as 3 meters for each support. Total distance between support A to E is of 4 3s are 12. And the loading conditions are given for each joint as 9 kilonewton is reaction at A point, 6 kilonewton is applied load at B point, 8 kilonewton is applied load at C point, and at D point 2 kilonewton load is applied, and at E point reaction is 7 kilonewton. Reactions are acting upward and loading conditions are towards downward. You need to find out the member force in GF and GD, where in only one section you can calculate both the values. That is section AA. You can show the sections with a straight line only. The section will be of completely connecting to three members, that is member CD, GD and GF. Draw the free body diagram for the right hand side or left hand side of the structure, and you can apply the moment at particular sections, that is summation of moment about E point is equal to 0, and find out the inclined member reactions with different loading conditions. Hope you are done with diagram.
Yes, sir.
First, draw the free body diagram. Until and unless you draw the free body diagram, you cannot calculate the reactions or the unknown values. The distance between E and O, that is extended point, the imaginary line, where you can find out the theta value by considering the extended line. EO can be determined by proportional triangle, or realizing that the member GF drops vertically 4.5 meter down by 3 meters, or the remaining distance will be of 1.5 meter in 3 meters. Hence, to draw 4.5 meter from G, the distance from C to O must be of 9 meters. C point is C to D is 3 meter and D to E is 3 meter, and the imaginary next triangle will be of 3 meter extension, so that this 3 meter, this 3 and this 3 total will be of 9 meters. Because in one section we are having 3 unknowns, we cannot solve directly by considering the moment about E point. Therefore, the extended triangle is imaginary calculation, and then angle of inclination is calculated. Just to calculate the angle of inclination, this imaginary triangle will be prepared. Once you've done with this one, you can write expression for angle of calculations, that is angle FGD and FGF makes a horizontal angle for 56 degrees and 26.6 degrees. Combined will be of 90 degrees. No, it will be of 56 and 26.6, which will be calculated as per requirement of GD and GF. GD and GF is, GF is this inclination angle and GD is this inclination angle. This gives angle of inclination to be 56.3 and other will be of 26.6 degrees, which will be for the triangle calculations or angle calculations. Once if you are done with the angle calculations, the tan inverse of 4.5 by 3 meter is for GD and GF is 4.5 by 9. The angle of inclinations are calculated. Then the force in GF, that is the top member GF, can be calculated by considering the moment of summation of moment about d is equal to 0. Then you can apply anti-clockwise to be positive and clockwise is to be negative in the moment. Therefore, summation of moment at D is equal to 0. At D point, if you consider at this joint moments to be 0, because in each and every joint we'll be considering it to be a smooth pin jointed structure. Therefore, the moments at this point will be of 0 if you are considering. Then you can write expression for moments as the force FGF into perpendicular distance, and remaining members will be lying at this point only. Therefore, the moment at this point becomes 0 because of these three members. Only the member unknown will be of FGF. That can be written as minus sine GF into sine into 26.6 degrees, which is already calculated. 26.6 is angle of inclination, and this is of the main structure element, into perpendicular distances of 3 meters. No, total of 6 meters. 3 plus 3 is of 6 meters. Plus 7 into 3, that is applied load. 7 kilonewton is the reaction at E point. That into 3. And this 3 will be of total EF point, the perpendicular distance calculation. That is 6, and this distance is of 3 meters. 7 into 3 equate to 0 and calculate GF value. Once you calculate the GF value, then you can calculate for GD. That can be moment about O can be considered to be 0, that is imaginary joint, and write expression for moment about O point to be 0, that is the loading conditions, that is the 7 kilonewton into 3 is distance about O point. That is to be a negative value. Why? Because it will be a clockwise. Plus 2 into 6, that is because of load at point D, at this D, which is acting downward, which creates anti-clockwise moment about O point. Therefore, it is positive into distance is of 6 meters. And then the other members which are of FGD is the only unknown member. That into perpendicular distance will be of 6 meters because it is acting at D point. D to E is 3 meters and E to O is 3 meters. Therefore, total distance will be of 6 meters. The sine component is considered to be the inclined member force, and that can be calculated as 1.8 kilonewton in the compression zone. Initial consideration are already considered to be a compression zone direction. That is of GD to be compression zone. You need to draw when your complete structure will be there. Like this, you need to draw. Therefore, it will be easy to get the compression zone member or tension zone member. Okay, like this, you need to find out the member forces for section method. Try to solve this same numerical by the joint method also. Try to solve some other numericals on the same method. If you are getting any doubts, you can ask me anytime. I'll be uploading this notes into the Google Classroom also, and then I'll be uploading the recordings also, so that you can repeatedly listen and understand the components. Okay. This is it from my end for the day. We'll be continuing the next numericals in the next